Hey, it's Jim Friedenmaker, and I'm going to show you, if you have Windows 11, uh, how to run what's called the Task Manager. And then I'll show an example that just came up this morning that why you might want to sometime. So this is an optional step, but I'm going to go ahead and bring up the on-screen keyboard, OSK, just so I can show you, not only tell you what keys to press, but actually show you a visual, okay? So in this case, we're going to hold down the Control, Shift, and the Escape key at once. So watch this. As I press the keys, Control, holding it down, Shift, holding it down, hitting Escape last. And that will immediately bring up Task Manager, as you can see. So, in the case that I'm using today, there is a startup app for a client that is launching every time he reboots his computer, and he doesn't want that, of course, if you don't want something. So I'm going to go ahead and move the on-screen keyboard out of the way because that's just for a visual. I'm going to go ahead and left-click on Startup Apps, and as you can tell, I have a bunch of stuff coming up. Now, before I started recording, I sorted this a different way. It's more common that you're going to have an A to Z list here, so I will make it that way. So I don't have any A's, but here's my B's, etc. B's to M's and all that stuff. Okay, so in this case, now that I've shown you that this is how it'll normally show up, you can of course scroll down and find the program you want, right? But in my case, I want to look at what's enabled and disabled. So I'm going to show you that same view that I had. So I'm going to have status, and then I'm going to click it again and show all my disabled at the top. Okay. So these are various programs. So as an example, I use LinkedIn on a website, but until I did this for the client, I didn't know that there's a LinkedIn app on my computer. That's kind of weird. So anyway, it's disabled. And this is a weird one. So let's talk about this. I do not want you wholesale going through some things that you don't understand and doing a mass deletion of stuff. But this is, this is a hand-me-down computer. I bought it on Facebook Messenger just because I do that a lot for clients, and it just happens to be my personal computer. So it has Windows 11 from the beginning. That's a topic for another day. But I'm going to go ahead and show you this one because I don't recognize this. It's fine. I'm not going to delete it, but I'll show you an example of this. So I'm going to go ahead and right-click on that. And I don't want to enable it, but I do want to search online and see what that program is because I don't recognize it. This is true. It was like when I saw it was like I knew it wasn't malware because I keep my machines clean, but it was just surprising. So I have multiple monitors, so it probably launched it on a different screen here. So yeah, it's already done. So just to show you what, I'm just going to drag it over here. Now, do I have to have this? Could I uninstall it? Certainly. It just came with the computer or whatever. But in this case, it's definitely a legit program. Every time I boot, it's yet another thing that boots. But as you can tell, just because I have a bunch of things that I run, as an example, let's say that, because I don't use Skype, but let's say I don't want to uninstall it. So there might be a client that uses Skype all the time. Not want to have to reinstall it later, but I can certainly disable it and not have it run. It doesn't stop me from running it, but that's kind of the essence of what I'm saying. So anyway, so again, don't go on this mass deletion spree. I'm going to record a video about add remove programs on behalf of the client. However, that is not true in your case. I don't, just because you don't recognize something, follow my lead on that and do that. So again, you're going to find it here, probably an alphabetical list. Scroll down through, find something that's enabled that you want to disable. So let me do something I did in conjunction with this client. So I'm going to find the MS Edge. This is Microsoft Edge. You certainly don't want to delete it, but that's not what I use as my regular browser. I use Google Chrome, and that's fine. So all I'm going to do is re-enable it. So if I rebooted my computer right now, of course I wouldn't be able to record that. But if I did, that will definitely launch because I told it to. But I'm going to put it back to disabled. And again, that does not stop me from running it. I'll just prove that. I'll go ahead and click on Microsoft Edge down here at the bottom. See, proof that it doesn't stop you from running the programs, but it's not something. Now I have what's called developer mode on, so that has nothing to do with this situation, but just to show you. So that is it. Anyway, I'm going to try to take the time. All I got to do is click that closed. It's something that I'm not interested in. Okay, that's not the way to word it, but anyway. Okay, so anyway, here's Microsoft Edge. If that's what you use daily, no problem. But I use Google Chrome. So I'm just going to go ahead and close it. I launched it manually. I just wanted to prove it. Just disabling it at startup doesn't cause you to not be able to run it. And then I will show you that I'm using Google Chrome up to date. So back to this program. So even though it used Bing as the search, I'm still using Chrome. Get this out of the way. About Google Chrome, show you it's up to date. That idea. So Google Chrome is up to date. That's important. So anyway, kind of a long thing. So just to recap, at the very end, I'm just going to close out this, and all you have to do is hit Control, Shift, and Escape, and it will come right back up. There's a lot of things to Task Manager. However, in this case, we were simply looking for startup apps and enabling and disabling. So that's all for the video right now, and be watching out for